Okay, so here are the pallet forks I received from Titan. They've been sitting outside a few days. I cut the metal straps already. This fork was dropped like that when I received it. However, I believe it dropped like that when they were rolling it down my driveway in the pallet jack. I've got to say, the people that did the shipping were great. I live on a dead-end street. He had to back a 65-foot trailer down. And then, although it's curbside delivery, he actually rolled it down to my garage, to my 330-foot driveway, and dropped it right there. So, so far, I mean, there's some issues with the paint, but nothing that upsets me. Packaging doesn't look horrible. The forks look very beefy. I got the 42-inch. Some people say they're too long. I wanted to make sure to get something that was going to be long enough that I wouldn't be upset they were too short. So I'm going to take a minute, get it out of the cardboard, and get them mounted to the tractor, and we'll go from there. Okay, I've got the frame mounted on the tractor. Mounted just fine. The color is a pretty good match. The pins are, the holes are correct, everything lined right up on both sides. You know, everything is solid. I got the model without the headache rack with the 2-inch receiver. And there's a little slop this way, but that's to be expected. That doesn't bother me. The load's going to be pushing down on the frame anyway. If I'm going to use something to dig, I've got a tooth bar in my bucket, so no, so far so good. We'll get the forks on and we'll go from there. Okay, apologize for the highway noise. I'll try and edit that out. Anyway, one problem found. You can see here where this ear is bent. I'm assuming that happened in shipping, and that prevents this from pulling up the way it should. If we look at the other fork, it is not bent, and that pulls up in locks. So what I'm going to do is get a small bar and just try and bend that straight again, and hopefully that'll take care of it. Okay, the forks are installed. I was able to just take a small pry bar and just bend that tab back. Works fine now, locks up. And there we go. Yeah, snaps into position, locks down. The forks are certainly solid enough. And according to the spec sheet, I believe this is supposed to have a 3,000 pound capacity, which is far more than the front end loader on this tractor is rated for, so I should be good to go. Overall, I am very impressed, especially for, you know, the price. I believe before tax I paid $425 for it, and that was with free shipping. So you know, there are some other brands out there that may be quantifiably better, but for the money, I think this is hard to beat, especially with the integrated receiver. You know, if I decide at some point I want the headache rack, I'll just bring this to the local welding shop and see what they'll charge me to add one. So anyway, everyone have a great day. Well, first use of the forks, and it looks like 42-inch, at least for me, was the length to get. They come right out the end of this pallet, and it moved my snowblower with no problem at all. So yeah, no, I'm happy with them. They work just fine. For a counterweight on the back, I'm not going to walk around the back right now, but I've got a John Deere weight box. Or, depending on how I feel, I also have a flail mower I can hang off the back of the thing too. That's, oh, I forget how much it weighs. 500 pounds, I think. So anyway, yeah, that's it. Overall, very happy with the Titan 42-inch pallet forks. So, thanks a lot. Have a